So my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided I had to have a go at removing the front lens from a 124 instrument cluster. This is Red's original terrible condition 124 cluster. It did already have a crack at the bottom to the right of the screen, and I would advise, if you have any cracks, don't even bother, because I worked it loose basically the entire way around, and then when it let go at the top, it explosively came forward and then just cracked from that existing crack, and it is now ruined. 124 clusters are extremely difficult because you have this ridge at the top where it goes in, and there is potential for that to be glued on two sides there. So that's really, really difficult to get out. And I tried heating it to the point where the plastic actually started melting. And that's pretty much as hot as you've got to get it to have any hope of getting this thing out. There's got to be a better way. Why doesn't anyone make these housings in the aftermarket? I'm sure they would sell in decent quantities, because this is a nightmare that is affecting everyone with 124s. It's just such a tight fit, even when the glue lets go. It's like it's clipped into place. It just does not want to come out without flexing the entire housing and pushing on it with quite a bit of force. And then, yeah, it can explosively let go, and then you end up with that happening there. And even if you succeed, you may end up with visible cracks in the top here, because that edge just comes out very ragged, and there is every chance in the world that some of those cracks are going to extend into the visible area at some stage. I cannot recommend this job. I cannot recommend it at all, because it probably will end in tears. Unless you've got, some spare clusters you don't mind experimenting on, you might get lucky. Yeah, this is just a nightmare. But it gets better than that. 126 people, you're in for a world of hurt. You don't even have that plastic surround around the edge. It's like an entire assembly that's clipped on or glued on from the outside. I don't even know how this is coming off. I mean, if that's just pressed on there, that would be fantastic, but I highly doubt it. I suspect that that's glued as well. They really did not want this thing coming off. That's over-engineered MBs for you. Unfortunately, they didn't over-engineer the paint that they treated that plastic surface with. That would be nice if we never had to do this, but yeah, as time goes on, look at this terrible example. And no wonder. At only 67,000 kilometers, this was removed from the car, because who would want to drive with a cluster that looks like this? Come on, someone needs to make these housings in the aftermarket. Even if they're made in China, that would be forgivable, at least if they were in good condition and made well. That would be very popular, I'm sure.